Pickup trucks, utes, or whatever you want to call them wherever you live, are big business. Vehicles which were once only the preserve of fleet operators and independent tradespeople have become a mainstay of the private car market. In some parts of the world, you only have to visit your local car dealership to see just how important these go-anywhere, load-carrying, towing machines are to customers. And of those new pickup sales, an estimated 20% of all new car sales in the US today, and I suspect a similarly large amount in other major markets around the world, it's no secret that a large number never see a hard day's work. But despite this, though, the majority of pickup trucks on the market are sold as being at least capable of doing that hard work. In the plug-in world, we've seen some significant action when it comes to pickup trucks. The Rivian R1T and Tesla Cybertruck are aimed at what I can politely call lifestyle pickup owners, people who want a pickup for occasional trips to the back of beyond. And at the other end of the spectrum, we have the Bollinger B2, a very rugged pickup coming to market that can go off-road, carry large things, is super basic inside, and can be hosed down both inside and out when things get muddy. And then, of course, we have the Atlas pickup, the XT, a vehicle which is promised to get its production reveal sometime this year, but which we've honestly not seen a whole lot of. Oh, and then there's the Nikola Badger, a pickup which, to my knowledge, also isn't tied down to any firm commitments in terms of production timelines. There's also, of course, the upcoming Hummer pickup from General Motors, which again is probably likely to be another high-ticket lifestyle vehicle. And at some point, there's also an all-electric Chevy pickup, the timeline for which we don't know yet. And of course, there are the two subjects of today's video. The next generation Ford F-150, which we've just learned will be revealed for the first time on June 25th, which happens to be 3 days after electric startup Lordstown Motors reveals its pickup truck, the Endurance. And while it's unlikely we're going to see either the Endurance pickup or the Ford F-150 in either hybrid or electric version hit the market this year, we think both of these vehicles could make some serious waves in the plug-in vehicle marketplace. And for that reason, I think June is shaping up to be a good month for plug-in pickup fans. First, let's look at the Endurance pickup. The history of Lordstown and the Endurance itself is a little convoluted. The truck is actually based on a design and intellectual property licensed from Workhorse, which is a commercial vehicle company that had planned to produce its own electric pickup called the W15, but which hit several financial roadblocks along the way. To confuse matters further, Lordstown Motors was actually started by the former CEO and founder of Workhorse, Steve Burns. But if the figures that Lordstown Motors is quoting, which is a sticker price of $52,200, a 250-mile range, 600 horsepower, and an ability to tow 7,500 pounds, well, this could be an interesting choice, especially as it appears to be aimed at the work and fleet vehicle market rather than the lifestyle pickup world. Granted, the price is a little on the high-end side, but then over the last 4 years or so, the average new price of a full-size pickup has headed upwards into the $50,000 price point, so really it's not that far off base. And because Lordstown has a production facility with a lot of the needed production equipment already in it, because Lordstown essentially did the same thing that Tesla did in purchasing a factory that was no longer required by an OEM, it inherited a load of equipment as well. So it's likely that production may be closer than some other automakers out there. Lordstown does say we'll see the production intent version of the Endurance on its June 22nd reveal, but that doesn't mean we're going to see a production Endurance rolling off the production line this year. It does, however, at least indicate that all the engineering has been done. The only thing left is if Endurance can deliver on the tech and the production, which at the moment is frankly an unknown. But the thing that's really exciting when it comes to pickups is Ford's new F-150, the 14th iteration of Ford's well-known pickup truck, which is due to get its reveal on June 25th. While the reveal event will likely feature at least some nods to the promised electric and hybrid versions, I don't necessarily expect those to be launched at the same time as the gasoline ones. But what is important to note about this new launch is that the F-150 has been designed to accommodate flexible drivetrains. In passenger cars, that normally relates to a bad vehicle that's not good at anything. But in a pickup, there's plenty of room between the chassis rails for battery packs. That doesn't mean you have a compromised load bay. Well, it's possible a flexible platform could work out really well. Frankly, I'd expect a hybrid version of this truck will be likely available pretty soon after launch. But reading between the lines, Ford isn't expected to introduce an electric version for about a year or so. But from conversations I've had with people at Ford seem to suggest, reading between the lines, that electrifying the F-150 is something that Team Edison, which is Ford's internal team responsible for electric vehicles, is already well underway with. Nobody has discussed specifics yet, but I've been told that Ford will view the F-150 with the same seriousness as the Ford Mustang Mach-E, i.e. it won't be a compliance car or limited production vehicle as Ford's previous EVs have been. And I've been told the electric F-150 performs really well. Of course, I, and I'm sure you, would rather we had an electric pickup today that we could buy. But all the indications are that these new models will be aimed not at high-end buyers, but at regular fleet and private customers. Those customers who want a regular pickup that just happens to have an electric drivetrain. If both of these companies can deliver on their promises, this could mark a serious transitional point for electric vehicles in a market that's not really served yet. That's it for today's video. If you'd like to help us make more videos like this, please like, comment and subscribe, and you can support us using one of the links below. Thanks to the folks scrolling by on my right. They are our charged up patrons. Thanks also go to Jeffrey Songster, John Lyons and Regine Fellows. They're our self-driving patrons. And also thanks to our Starman level patrons. They're our top level patrons. That's Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, JP Fagerbeck and Sean Udea. If you're looking for something else to watch from this channel, Google thinks you're probably going to enjoy this one, so check it out if you haven't, and I'll be back soon with more content for you all to enjoy. In the meantime, make sure you wash your hands, stay safe, and work to become a better, kinder person. Make sure you strive for equality, and don't forget to treat others as you'd like to be treated yourself. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, keep evolving!